All right. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of EF9 Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Khan, and today we have a guest. What's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Karis.
All right. So today we will talk about mental health. All right. To commemorate World Mental Health Day, which is October 10th. So now, Mr. Karis, I
Yes.
heard that you're a certified pilot, right?
Yes, I actually am.
Okay. Do you consider yourself mentally healthy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Are there any requirements of tests regarding mental health for to be a pilot?
Well, you definitely don't
Mhm.
want someone with
Mhm.
mental health issue flying your airplane, right?
Okay.
That would be dangerous. So there are requirements, tests that we should take before we even begin our training as pilot.
Oh, okay. How long does it take though for the test itself to be finished?
The test takes about 1 to 2 hours.
1 to 2 hours. Okay. So why do you think it's important nowadays then to be mentally healthy? I mean, like if being a pilot is, of course, you want someone who's mentally stable to
Yeah.
to drive your to drive your plane, right?
So mental health for me is important because it's not just an aspect of health.
Mhm.
It's more of a lifestyle.
More of a lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
So
Mhm.
the the more aware you are to the problems that might affect you mentally,
Okay.
the better your lifestyle is.
Okay. All right. Are you interested in learning about mental health itself?
I've been self-educating,
Okay.
teaching myself uh, from various sources about um, how to uh, recognize
Okay.
and then how to prevent such issues to myself firstly, and if I can help others with my knowledge, I certainly would.
Mhm. And okay, do you think it's more important to be aware or to just okay, I'm a pilot, so I need to do this test.
Mm, you should definitely be aware because the first thing to understanding is being aware of it, right? So
Okay.
you need to be aware first, then you can understand something.
Okay.
If you just do something just for the sake of it, yeah, sure, you might pass, you might succeed, but the reason behind it, you might miss the reason behind why we should have that test.
The real reason you mean.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you think it's something required to have it like on a regular basis, like to check our mental health, things like that, not just because you want to be a pilot or something?
Uh, Definitely, yeah. You should have yourself checked because the longer you wait, the longer you let it run its course, the worse it gets. So we should definitely treat something in the early stages before it gets worse.
Okay. All right. Well, you did mention about you self-educate yourself about mental health.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind sharing us about the sources? Where do you learn that? Is it from internet or book?
Mostly from internet, but
Mm,
the internet has the ebooks, right?
ebooks.
Where
Okay.
that you can access.
Mm,
I've been
mm,
reading about some not really everyday cases, but some the more interesting one is like the famous artist Vincent van Gogh, who is actually who suffered from a mental illness, from depression, right?
Oh, okay.
But somehow he could overcome his disability to produce something like this Starry Night. That's
Oh,
quite amazing, right?
yeah, it is amazing. I would agree on that. Okay, so do you agree if I say that that's how he deals his stress? So he cope with his stress by doing arts, things like that.
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so because everyone has different coping mechanism, right?
Yep.
Sometimes, for me, to avoid stress, I would have a cup of coffee, listen to music, and have a relaxing time. Maybe for you, maybe it's different. For others, it might be different as well, right?
Okay. Any other tips on how you cope with your stress?
Um,
Maybe you can share your ways other than drinking coffee, listening to music.
I would say find a hobby.
Find a hobby. Okay. Such as?
Whatever it interests you. If you like to paint, you can have a painting session. If you're into drawing, you can draw. If you're into building something, you can get a model and build it from scratch. You have to carve something and then you piece by piece them together and then make I don't know, a car model or a robot model, right? Something that keeps you busy.
Something that keeps you busy.
Yeah, like it's something that doesn't let you stay quiet for a long time, and it keeps your mind busy.
Okay, so talking about mental health itself, do you think the main cause of mental illness is stress, only stress, or are there anything else?
I would say trauma.
Trauma.
Yes.
Okay.
So something that would cause someone uh, to react to certain things differently than the way they should. For example, someone who recently had a car accident would react differently, would drive differently than how they used to, right?
Post-traumatic disorder.
Yes, exactly.
PTSD. Okay, so maybe your friends from back to where your pilot school is. Are there any PTSD? Are there anyone who suffered from PTSD? Maybe something bad happened before that.
Oh, I know. I actually know someone uh, who had an accident.
So a plane crash?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's tragic.
But he survived.
Oh, thank God.
And now he is one of the higher ups in the Directorate General of Civil Aviation.
Oh, okay.
And he overcame his stress, his PTSD as well, to be greater than he was before. So I wouldn't say that trauma is a bad thing. It's actually, it can be a motivation as well.
Okay.
To make yourself better. So it's not something that should overwhelm you. It should be something to motivate you.
So you need to control your fear.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How about you? Do you have anything you fear other than God? Maybe.
My mom.
Oh, same here then. Okay. All right.
I think everyone has the same fear, right?
Yeah, but I think for me, it's the fear itself is kind of different because for me, I have a fear of cockroaches. In case you guys didn't know, all right. But that fear,
Me too, me too.
that fear is somehow different with the fear of my mom. Like the fear of my mom is like came out of respect.
Yes.
Like I don't want her to be disappointed, so I don't want her to do this. I don't want her to feel bad if I do this and stuff like that, right? So I think it's different, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. How about stress itself?
Okay.
Now, do you would you agree if I say that we need a certain amount of stress in order for us to grow?
Oh. Stress is always a good thing because it becomes a challenge.
It becomes a challenge. Okay.
Overstress
Mm-hmm.
is a different thing.
It's a different thing.
Overstress might affect you mentally, but
Mm.
stress itself is something that you should overcome,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So it's not something to hinder you, it's something you should overcome to make yourself better.
Okay. So actually, I learned psychology during college. So there are different ways of stress, coping with your stress, right? So actually, one of the best thing to do is actually exercising. Do you know about that?
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Yes.
I've heard.
Okay. Have you ever tried that?
Back then, when I was training during the
When you were younger? Yes.
when I was a lot younger,
A lot younger. Okay.
and when I was in the flying school,
Okay.
we had to do physical exercise, right?
Mm.
So that moment in my life was
Hardest.
not really the hard. It was, but it's also the one of the best.
Memorable for you.
Because it's I was healthy physically and mentally.
Okay.
So I think that statement that you have to exercise in order to mentally to be mentally prepared, right? To be mentally well. It's true.
Okay, interesting. And it's actually related to endorphins. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes,
Okay, what do you know about endorphins?
it's a chemical that relaxes you, right? That your body produces to make yourself feel relaxed.
Yeah, so it's when you exercise, your body will release endorphins.
Oh, I see.
So that's why most psychologists would advise people or their patients to, okay, you can go to the gym. Let's see if you are still depressed. And like 9 out of 10 people, after they started going to the gym, started to have more self-love, right? Exercise more, and yeah, eat healthier, sleep better. Yeah, they don't feel depressed at all.
But that comes with a different problem. Getting the motivation to actually start to exercise, right?
Yep.
That's where most of us fail.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. Yeah, and yeah, actually, it's been a while since the last time I exercised because, yeah, I mean, like, maybe I need to be stressed out. Yeah.
Oh, you want to be stressed out?
I don't want to be stressed out though. Okay, so anyways, the endorphins will be released. When your body produces endorphins, it will make you feel better, feel relieved. And you can also make your body produce the endorphins by crying.
Okay, that's interesting.
Now, talking about crying, now I know, I know with all of your man pride as a man, Now the next question is, when was the last time you ever cried?
Oh, a long time ago.
Not a long time ago.
No, it's been a while.
Oh, it's been a
It's
while.
been
Okay.
too long.
How come? How come?
Uh, I find my coping mechanism somewhere else.
Somewhere else, like drinking coffee,
It's something playing music.
playing or listening.
Playing music.
Play.
Also, I play music. I play
Okay.
bass. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
I play bass. I play guitar.
Mhm. Okay, but I actually want to know more about the last time you cried. Maybe you can share. I mean, like the audience would like to know his story, right?
Last time I cried, it was back in my college year, I think.
Okay, so it's been like 40 years ago, maybe.
8.
Oh,
6.
sorry. Oh, so sorry. With all due respect, so sorry. Okay. All right. Okay,
It's been a while. I don't really remember the details.
Okay.
Why or what happened. Then,
Okay. All right. It's okay. You don't have to share the reason why you cry. I just want to know. The last time you ever cried, did you feel relieved after you cried?
I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then?
And well, so in from what I've seen so far, children usually they tend to get calmer after
Crying.
they cry, right?
Yeah, true.
I can't really say I have experience in that for that part, for the crying part. Yeah, but I have experience for the exercising part.
Exercising.
That one I can say, but for this one I can't really.
Okay. Well, yeah. In case you didn't know, yeah. So after crying, you will feel relieved. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So are you planning on crying anytime soon, maybe, sir?
Not really.
Not really. All right. Okay. So talking about stress, it's actually really interesting. Like when you are exposed to certain amount of stress, it can make you grow. But sometimes when it's overloaded, it can pin you down, right? Okay. So you actually have a great attitude, like you know how to deal with it, you know how to accept your stress, and then okay, I'll try to exercise, I'll try to play music, things like that, right? Now, what if, let's say, for example, like this phone, do you think it's heavy?
No.
No. Okay. Can you hold this? Okay. Can you hold that like this? All right. Now, is it heavy?
No.
No. Okay. Can you do it until 12 a.m.?
I don't think I can.
You don't think you can? Okay. So this is the most interesting part. So actually, by talking to people, like you, like let it out by just talking to maybe your friends, your family, your brother, or your teachers at the end, like that, it can help you cope with your stress, right? So do you like doing that as well?
Well, personally, this might not be applicable to everyone, but during my time as a pilot, we learn how to manage our stress
by yourselves.
Yes, because when you are in the cockpit, you're flying real time. You need to make sure that you yourself is in control. So you cannot panic, you cannot be stressed, you cannot feel overwhelmed. That's how we train. So not to feel overwhelmed by anything that might happen when we're flying. So in case of an emergency, we need to be ready. We cannot panic when an emergency occurs. So we train ourselves, we discipline ourselves to not to panic under any circumstances. So I might not. It's not something that everyone can relate, but that's how we were trained back then.
Okay, so it's not something that you usually do. Like if you're stressed out, you maybe go out with your best friends or maybe your brothers, sisters. You don't do that much then.
Yeah, because I know how.
Because you
I know how to manage my stress. But definitely, I'm that one person that everyone usually goes to when they have problems.
You are that person.
Yeah, I'm that person.
Oh, so people come to you with their problems.
Yeah, because I don't have problem apparently.
Oh, you want more problems? Just kidding. Okay, all right.
Yeah. That's actually a true story. So most of my friends they come to me telling me about their problems. Like they sometimes they just want to rant. They don't really need a solution. They just want someone to hear them,
to listen. To be listened, right?
They just want to be listened.
Yeah. So it's like stress is like pressure, right? So if you just keep it to yourself, like for a long time, like holding this phone, like if you hold it for like 10 minutes, I think it's still okay, right? 10 hours, your hands are not functioning then. Right? Yeah. So I think it's one of the best to find someone to talk to. Or maybe if someone like you, for example, most of your friends come to you with their problems, right? Okay. Do you give solutions to them or just listen to them?
It depends.
It depends.
Depends. If they sometimes they just want to be heard. Like they want someone to recognize that they have problem.
Oh, okay.
And then they know what they have to do, but they need someone to acknowledge it.
Oh, okay.
But some others they were actually confused about what to do with their problems.
So they need to find solutions.
They need solutions, right? That's where I gave them solutions. But if they just want to be they just need someone to listen to them, nah, I'll just sit there and listen.
And drinking coffee.
Preferably.
Yeah. I mean, like, why not, right? A free therapy session then. Okay. All right. So it's a really interesting life story you had actually. And okay, let's go back to the pilot thingy again. Right. So are there any personality traits a pilot needs to have?
I know some traits that a pilot shouldn't have.
Should not have.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share more about that?
So there are a lot of theories about that in our guidelines.
Okay.
About traits that a pilot shouldn't have. It's like too daring, I would say. Taking unnecessary risks.
Okay.
That's something pilot shouldn't have. That's a trait the pilot shouldn't have.
Okay, why?
Taking unnecessary. It's not just your life on that plane.
Okay.
You have the lives of few hundred people with you in your hands. So you shouldn't take any unnecessary risk when it comes to other people's lives. You are responsible for their lives. You should do everything you do. It should be something that's already proven. You don't need to you don't need to try something that's unproven and you're not sure whether it's going to work or not.
Okay.
You just want to try something new. You should do that.
But in order to be a pilot, right?
Yeah, that's a pilot, a trait that a pilot shouldn't have. You shouldn't be too adventurous with your choices.
You shouldn't be too adventurous.
Yeah, with the choices.
With the
choices up there.
Okay. What else then?
I would say this is the inability to say no.
Okay. How come?
You won't admit your mistakes, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay. How does that affect your flying?
So, when something wrong happens, you need to be able to admit that if it's something that you did, you need to admit that so we can find a solution. You can't just avoid that. No, that's not just I didn't do that. No, that's not what I did. I didn't cause that.
Okay.
That's not something that you should have.
So it's like a responsibility then?
Yes. So for example, you press the wrong button, right?
Okay.
And the emergency light came up. And oh yeah, I did that. So I pressed this. So we need to we know what to do. We can troubleshoot that. Okay. Oh, so okay, press this. Okay, let's try to let's switch it off. Maybe we can try something. We can find a solution for that problem.
Or maybe like announce the passengers to not panic. Like that.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
I mean, like emergency. I mean, like if I'm in an airplane and then the emergency light came out, I will think, oh my god, oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are things that you need to admit when you did something wrong. You need
and then find the solution.
Yes. So it's not about blaming who's right, who's wrong, who did this, who did that. It's about finding the solution so we all can live. So we can land safely. That's the most important thing.
Okay. Any other traits a pilot shouldn't have? Maybe
there are quite a few, but it would be quite a discussion. So,
okay.
If you want to know more, check out my life club next week. Promoting my own life club, shameless.
All right, okay. So to those who are watching at home, feel free to join this life club. Okay. Are we driving real planes, sir?
I will teach you how to the real procedures, how to start an airplane, how to contact the ATC, the air traffic controller, how to get your airplane to the runway, the real procedure.
Okay, can I join that as well?
I guess so.
Should I enroll as a student here? All right. Okay, we talk about the traits the pilot shouldn't have. How about the traits pilots should have? Like the most important ones, maybe.
The most important ones. A trait that a pilot should have is responsible.
Okay.
So when you are a captain, you are responsible for the lives of everyone on that airplane.
Okay.
So whatever happens, you need to own it.
Okay.
okay, this happened during my flight, I will take full responsibility of it.
Mm.
So you don't just shift the blame to others, because you are a captain for a reason. You are responsible for the safety of everyone on that airplane.
Okay.
So once you're a captain, you need to have that sense of responsibility. You need to own the mistakes, the success that everyone had on that airplane.
Okay. All right. So, what if, let's say, your co-pilot made a mistake?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to be responsible to
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to control. I mean, like everything has to be under your control, like that.
Everything has to be communicated.
Oh, okay.
So there are procedures that require us to double check. So if my co-pilot does something, I need to make sure he does it correctly. We have checklists of things to do during flight, before flight, after flight. So if somebody does it, we need the other has to check, is it the right one? For example, starting an engine.
Okay.
You start engine number one. Is it really engine number one that he flipped on?
So you need like to double check everything. Okay.
Yeah. The other has to check, is it really engine number one or is it engine number two? The button. He says it's engine number one, but he's holding switch for engine number two. Right? We need to double check. So everything has to be communicated. Also, that's also the case with air traffic controller. We communicate every little things.
Okay.
We cannot we cannot go to a higher altitude on our own. We cannot.
We need their permission.
Yeah, we need to ask them first. Is it okay for us to go up there, to climb up there? If they say okay, we climb up to this altitude, and also descend. We cannot do that based on a whim. Everything needs to have permission. So everything is controlled, everything is communicated, everything is in order.
Okay. So I think it's kind of similar, like to stress itself.
Yeah.
Like you need to communicate your problems,
Yes.
maybe your traumas, your everything, and yeah, I mean, like you need to be responsible with that as well, right? You need to. Well, sometimes you have to admit that maybe you are sad, and not just be too proud of. No, I'm not sad. And then if you want to cry, just cry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's actually a good thing that you have a really good self-control over that. Okay, so are there any psychological training before you got your what is it?
The
Your
license?
license, yeah.
Formal training? No.
This like psychological training, like maybe how you handle stress under pressure, things like that.
Oh, there are manuals for that. They have complete guidelines for everything that we do.
And you need to follow everything there.
And how to conduct ourselves, how we walk, everything is there. So excuse me. So we communicate our problems, right? We are trained to do that. So if anything happens during our flight, we need to communicate. The same like our everyday life. If we have problems, we should talk to someone. We can't just keep it to ourselves, right?
Yeah, true.
Right.
I would agree with that.
For example, we have if we have an emergency during flight, we need to tell the air traffic controller that we have a problem.
Yeah.
Our engine, one of our engine is down, is broken. So we need to tell them so they know what to do and we know what to do. That's it's the same case with stress, with mental issues, mental health issues, right? You communicate. Everything needs to be communicated.
Everything needs to be communicated. Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, I think we learned a lot now. All right, so you did mention that you have a fear of cockroaches, right?
Not just regular one.
Not just the flying mode.
The flying
mode.
The flying one.
Yeah, it is super scary. If I have to fight a tiger, I would do that. I cannot fight flying cockroaches. Okay, so let's say you have a really good self-control, right? You can handle pressure, you can handle your stress in your cockpit, right? You are the captain. Okay, what if all of a sudden like cockroach flying inside your cockpit?
No.
Okay, can you still be cool and calm?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. The lives of the passengers are more important than
that cockroaches.
Yeah.
The cockroach.
The cockroach can eat me alive as long as my passengers are safe.
Okay, all right. How about now? If I give you like
now is it? I don't have a responsibility to take care of everyone's lives, just my own life.
Okay, so you will like run.
I'll be outside in 1 second.
Okay, that's fast. But so when you have the responsibility to be brave enough to deal with that, you will be responsible and keep calm and cool then. Okay, that's interesting.
Priorities, right? Lives are more important than
I have to agree on that, but I think well, I guess by sharing our stories like this, I mean, like we can learn a lot more, and yeah, it's a great thing to know that being a pilot, taking the responsibilities, being a captain, things like that, is somehow related to mental health. Like you need to communicate everything, you need to admit that you, let's say, made a mistake or something bad happened. Like, yeah, just go out there and find somebody to talk to. Okay. All right. So anything else you might want to share, maybe related to flying cockroaches?
Well, there is something one interesting concept.
Okay.
When we have there's this go-to thing that we do when we have emergencies.
Okay.
It's called 5C.
5C.
So
1C is cockroach.
First, we need the first C is climb.
Climb.
So we need to get to a higher altitude to see where we are. It means to assess ourselves.
Okay, see the bigger picture.
See the bigger picture.
Okay.
And then we need to confess.
Confess. Okay.
Confess. We need to admit that we have a problem.
Okay.
This is what we do when we lose our position. So we don't know where we are when we're flying. This is what we do. We climb.
We need to admit that.
Yes.
We
need to admit that I'm lost.
Okay. All right.
And then the third is communicate.
Communicate. Okay.
Okay. I'm lost. Now what do I need to do? Okay. We communicate, right? And then the fourth is conserve.
Conserve. Like,
Conserve means manage your resources.
okay.
Okay, you know you have a problem,
Mhm.
you communicate,
Mhm.
and from you yourself, what can you do? Your
Okay.
resources. You need to manage your resources as well,
Okay.
right? And then the last one is
Coffee.
oh,
Oh no! I thought you were going to say coffee.
that's actually a good one.
Yeah, because we will get coffee after this, right? Coffee
Yeah.
break. Okay, so what's the last C?
The last C is I don't have a better punchline than that.
What? So it is coffee then, or what?
Let's just say coffee.
Okay. All right. So it's the 4C you talk about is actually somehow related. Like you get into trouble. Let's say something really bad happened. You have a problem, or maybe something that traumatized you. First, climb. Like you need to see the bigger picture. Like you don't just think about that problem itself. Like you need to see in the bigger picture. Like what can I do? Like not just focus on I feel so bad about this. I don't want to blah 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 like that, right? And what's the second one, sir? I forgot.
Confess.
Confess. Like you need to confess to your parents or maybe your friends. Like, okay, I'm in trouble. I need help. Okay, can you give me a solution? Okay, I think we'll get some coffee and then yeah, I want you to just listen to me, please, like that, right? You need to confess. And the third is
communicate.
Yeah, communicate. Yeah, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you admit that you have problem, and then yeah, you go for the.
Oh, the confess and the communicate is actually different.
It's
Confess,
actually different.
Confess is the admitting phase. Oh,
Admitting.
I have this.
I
problem.
have problem.
Yes.
Okay, and then
we communicate.
Communicate it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then.
And then we can serve.
We can serve. So like, you think about the solutions.
Yeah.
Or maybe
manage the resources.
Manage your resources. Like, what can you do if you are in this position? Things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the last is
we grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Talk with your friends, your family, your dog, cats, whatever you want. Not with your cockroach, okay? Does anyone have a cockroach as a pet though? All right. Okay. This is very interesting. So I think that's enough for today's episode. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I think we will have another podcast, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah.
Wait. Yeah? Before we end.
Okay.
Shameless advertising. Next week, my life club. Okay, we're doing pilot stuff.
No, I'm kidding. Right. Yeah. Please join this live club, okay? And one more thing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. And see you guys on the next episode of EFB9 Podcast. Bye. Are we still on live?